It is my pleasure now to welcome in author Luiza Osborne. Her team, they call her Lou. Luiza, chicken soup for the soul for basketball. We'll get to that in just a moment. How did this all come about?
Oh, well, last spring my coach got an email from Jack Canfield asking for stories by basketball players, inspirational stories, and my coach, knowing that I'm an English major and that I like to write, she gave me the email and told me like I should write some stories, and I wrote like 5 stories, and then at the last minute I wrote the story that got selected and I sent it in, and that's how it came about.
All right, so you send it in. Do they call you right away? Luiza, this is awesome. Or if there's some waiting, what's that process like?
Well, after I sent it in, I got an email asking how do I want to like title myself, like Luiza Osborne, Humboldt State basketball player. And they said it was a wonderful story, and I was thinking, oh gosh, this is what they tell all writers to like save our egos and stuff like that.
Thank you very much. It was great, but right?
Yeah, that basically. And then I got another email saying to fill out a consent form and stuff like that, and I filled it out and I faxed it in, and they said they'd let me know by November, and they didn't let me know by November, or I got caught in the spam or something, and so I was like, oh gosh, I guess I didn't get in. And then all of a sudden, about 3 weeks ago, I got a check in the mail from Chicken Soup. So yeah.
Well, let's bring in the email handle. Let's bring in that book, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Thank you, Ann. That's right. Good reading? Approved. Good, good. This has got to be exciting. Here you are. The Chicken Soup books are immensely popular. And then sure enough, page 134, by the way, you are in there. What did it feel like when you realized that you were going to be published in a major book?
Oh my gosh, it was shocking. I got the check and I was all like, I was talking to my roommate Brittany and I was like, they wouldn't send money to people they didn't have in the book, right? And then she's like, of course not. And we went online, we looked up the book, and then I looked in the table of contents and there was my name with the title of my story, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm actually a published author. I was staring at the screen for a while and my roommate was like screaming. She was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. She was like more excited than I was at first. I was just staring there like, oh my gosh, it's like a dream come true right now. I can't believe it.
That is tremendous. And it is a dream come true. Then you got a chance to read it. What was your reaction like from your teammates and your coaches, Skip and Jody, your parents?
Oh, they were all so excited. Coach Gleason was like acting like a mom. She was like showing everybody, taking pictures. Like everybody knew before, like I told them and stuff like that. People were coming up, giving me handshakes, and my team was all giving me hugs and stuff like that. They all said they were gonna buy the book, and none of them like to read. Well, some of them like to read, and then they were like, we're gonna buy the book just for your story. And I was like, oh, yay. And they all said you gotta autograph it. It was just amazing. I'm still sitting here in shock like, oh, yay, good job. Thank you.
Yeah, you're famous now, and we're got to get used to signing these. I know I'll get my copy on Amazon or one of those and get it. What is the story about? That's obviously what a lot of people want to know.
The story is about me and my dad and how he used to have me shoot free throws every single day, and how he used to have me make 5 in a row and 10 in a row until I got to high school, and then I had to make 75 free throws in a row before I could leave. And that's basically how it got me to be a great free throw shooter now, or what I think I'm a great free throw shooter.
So was your dad proud? I mean, this has got to feel good. All those times making you pay off, and I'm sure at the time you're thinking, Dad, what are you? In fact, I read a little bit, and I knew you were terrified by 10 because you had to make 10 in a row. I mean, it's got to feel all well worth it now. And does Dad say, see, I told you so?
Basically, yeah. You know, I kind of didn't want to tell him because I didn't want to hear the whole I told you so speech. But yeah, he was all like, see, I knew this would add up to something. He was like, not only are you a great free throw shooter, but you're published now, and it's all because of practice and stuff. And you know what, I hate to say it, but he is right. And back then, even I knew that this would all pay off, but don't let him hear me say that.
Okay, our little secret. Okay, what feels better? Hitting the big 3, hitting that game-winning free throw, or being published?
Oh gosh, you know what, they're all a tie. I would have to say, oh, I don't know. I've yet to hit a game-winning three-pointer.
Okay.
So I would have to say this is better right now because I've never done it.
Okay.
But I'm sure once I hit that game-winning three-pointer, you
How
ask
about
me
a free throw? Big free throw.
Oh, big free throws. See.
What's tougher to do? Write something that gets published, or the big one? Because I know a team who see these guys right back here could probably use a little help in the free throw department. What would you say to them? Let's shift gears there. What makes a good free throw shooter? What would you do to help our fellas who, outside of Zach Tiedemann, 2 for 22 the other day. Don't say it too loud. I don't want Coach Wood yelling at me, but they obviously struggled down the stretch.
Well, free throws, they're really all mental. You just have to constantly practice on them and stuff like that. And you can shoot as many free throws as you want, but when you go to the line, you really have to know that this is a free throw. It's the easiest shot of the game, and you just have to know without a doubt that it's going to go in, even when it comes pressure times. With that confidence, I'm sure it would be like easy.
So it's more important what goes on between your ears than actually physically shooting the shot?
That's what I think, yeah. They always say basketball is 80% mental and 20% physical.
Okay, you got more basketball left in your career, but what about is writing? You said an English major. You've now been published before you even graduate college. Are we going to see some more books or some more writing from Luiza Osborne?
Oh, definitely. Writing has always been my passion along with basketball, and I anticipate me coming out with a lot more books, hopefully enough to pay my living and stuff like that, but I anticipate me being poor for a little bit while my books are coming
So this
through.
is what you want to do for a living?
Yes, I want to write books for a living.
Now, what kind of writing do you want to do? Are you inspirational writing, fiction, nonfiction?
I think I'm going to stick with fiction. I kind of like making my own stories up and sticking with the truth. I think it's a little bit easier that way. So I think I'm going to write a lot bit more fiction, maybe some nonfiction just to mix it up. But
Who are some of the writers you look up to?
some of the writers I look up to, of course, I'm going to say Shakespeare. He's just phenomenal. He's a genius. And I like Charles Dickens and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the Sherlock Holmes guy. And, of course, James Patterson and Nora Roberts to get some modern in there. Those are the people I really look up to the most.
You got to share this with teammates. We'll get them reading some more. Okay, write this story for me. The HSU Lady Jacks are going to the regionals. What's going to happen?
Oh, we're going to go all the way. I have such confidence. This team is so amazing. I feel like we're going to go really, really far, farther than we've ever been before, at least since I've been here. So expect good things from us.
All right, you never know. Maybe Luiza or Lou, as her teammates call her, she will be the one knocking down that big free throw. Or maybe we can get that big three on the to-do list. But thank you for stopping by. The book is Chicken Soup for the Soul, Inside Basketball. I'm JB Mathers. Another writer, Ty Collins, next.